I think that, there are certain fans of Star Trek, and I am grateful to all of them and respect all of them. We would never be doing this if there weren't an initial fan base. Having said that, we made this movie for moviegoers, not just for Star Trek fans. What's been nice, because we did the same with the first film, is that many fans, most fans, really did embrace what we did. But there will always be those diehard fans who feel like, what I love is the original, and that's it. And so anything that is not like that, I don't want to get behind. And I, of course, respect that, and I wish we could make it for everyone, but we can only make the movie that we make, that we believe in. So I'm very grateful to the fans who have appreciated going boldly where no one's gone before in what we've tried to do. And we, of course, tried to honor the spirit of the show that they love, but also make a movie for people who want a rousing adventure, not just to see the old version.
In terms of Spock and Kirk, I think they are characters that exist on opposite ends of a spectrum of perspective. And I think each of them has a very fixed point of view. Spock's, of course, being very logical and cool-headed, and Kirk's being very emotional, instinctive, and hot-blooded sometimes. And I think this film in particular, and the journey that the two characters take in its course, are about each of them learning from the other and gaining from the perspective that the other has to offer, and having to face in themselves points of real challenge in order to be the fullest versions of who they can be, and ultimately in order to save one another and help triumph against a tremendous force of evil. And I think Spock and Uhura in this film, was such a surprise for audiences in the first movie to be faced with the fact of that relationship. And I think in this one, they've done such a great job of taking us in yet another unexpected direction where the convergence of work and personal relationships actually provide more conflict than I think either of these characters would ever have expected, and certainly than either of them are comfortable with in the environment, which can be humorous, but also then resolves in what I'm grateful for is a pretty harmonious way in the end. So yeah, there's a lot of upheaval in this film, and all of us have to deal with it in our own unique ways.
The captain is like in between us, and we're getting shot at, and I want him to commit to more.
Good timing.
It feels like a typical contemporary love story. That's the one thing that is great about working with someone like J.J. and his team of writers, is that you're going to be stepping into shoes of human beings, that whether they're superhuman or they're fighting battles or they punch in the galaxy and then they go to work, they're still being challenged with everyday issues of heart and I don't know, politics and self-discovery. So the story and the journey between Spock and Uhura is in my opinion, is I think she's learning now the kind of person that he is, and she's encouraging him to cater to his human side, to his human half, and there's a conflict there because he doesn't want to be compromised, because he feels that if he's compromised he'll be weak, and then a lot of people will suffer. And she needs to learn to just understand his Vulcan side, that she's with a man that has a duty before anything else, and but she needs to embrace and accept that when he tells her that she's important to him, that she is. That's really hard for us ladies. We always want more.
The thing with JJ is that I think a film crew is always operates from the head down, and the head of the body politic is invariably the director. And JJ really does lead from the top, and his energy and his enthusiasm, which is boundless, infuses all of us, and inspires us to bring our absolute A game on every single day. And that's entirely a testament to his love of cinema, his love of the arts, his love of storytelling, his love of the whole package. And it's very hard not to get enthused, even on your most tiredest day. JJ famously says energy, energy before he says action, and it kind of winds us up to this sort of state of performance.